So that tells you a lot when it's a non-soap audience. You see, you've got to think about that.
Yeah. So what would you say? Maybe a bit later after the main soaps are on. So it's not warrant of post Watershed because it's not that heavy.
We wanted to avoid showing it really late at night because there's really no need to show it late at night because there's nothing too sort of edgy in the documentary.
What you need to do, guys, if you haven't done it already, is look through that schedule and look at who you're up against.
Yeah.
Look at what the slot normally contains. Look what comes after and what goes before.
Right.
And that's how you schedule.
Okay. Target audience?
Oh yeah, target audience. Well, target audience, it can be basically anyone, but it's kind of, it's relevant to drivers and, people who are commuting, who always commute, and they kind of see a bit of a, correlation to like the whole subject. So it's about parking. Oh, I might watch that because, I park a lot.
It's also, it appeals to quite a few people that are into the whole anonymous movement and people that are stepping up against authority and stuff like that.
Anti-establishment.
Yeah, there's a lot of buzz around that lately with the whole government thing. Is our government corrupt? What are they doing? Why are they doing this? I don't agree with that. So the main focus we want it to be really is this group, the No 2 Mob. What do they do? How do they go against these establishments? And we're hoping that that'll be a drawing point for people.
Yeah, and we're really hoping to get in contact with Medway Council because it's always a bit shit if you just get one side of the story. You kind of want to fill it all out. What do they think of it? Are they why is the parking like how it is? Why was the CCTV smart car introduced? So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. As we said, we're not really going to focus on one particular character throughout. It's mostly going to be the viewer on a journey with the reporter. So in a way, the reporter me, that will be sort of a character learning as they're learning too. But we will be interviewing people, mostly just members of the No 2 Mob. If we can get someone from the council to talk to as well, maybe even just general people to find out what their views on the subject is. And these will be cut in with the B-roll footage too, mostly archival footage we can find of the No 2 Mob and things they've done in the past. We have contacted the No 2 Mob and we've started to get contacts with them within their group. So we're going to ask them because they've actually attended rallies and they've got videos of them.
Yeah, they said it's. We contacted like the main person organizer. He said he's fine to appear in all of it. So
with his mask on.
Well,
we're not too sure. I mean, he's given
is he demasked?
Guy's got a code name.
Yeah, it's called Bald Eagle.
Do we think he's a bit follically challenged?
That's what I thought, but then you said the thing about the bald eagle representing freedom.
Yeah, it's the American patriots and all that. So, but it's good that we got. It's good that we got a direct line directly to the head of the mob. Brilliant. In a sense. So.
He's agreed to be in it, has he?
Yeah, he's agreed to it.
He's actually appeared in BBC productions before. There was something called Parking Mad.
Yeah, Parking Mad and
inside that. Yeah.
I know that's BBC London when I worked.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
He's actually emailed us back and he said that he's an old hand at it, so he's got no problem appearing in himself.
Worked on that. I didn't work on the story, but it was my series.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's always good.
Cool.
But yeah, really hoping to get in contact with. We were going to get in contact with the Medway Council.
Yes.
And Pentagon Centre to see how, because of stuff like these smart cars and
shopping centre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just some background research into whether they think maybe their profits have started going down due to these introductions of parking charges and stuff like that.
Yeah, because it's become. I mean, over the years, especially with Chatham, like they've gone through a lot of changes, especially with like the Olympics, got a new bus station, and obviously parking's got really strict. So it's just seeing how like their profits are affected, really. Because I know quite a few shops, shut down and stuff like that. So.
Cool.
So locations, because we're kind of still in that stage where we're talking to the main guy. We don't because I think he lives in London. So I think we're going to go to him and interview him where he's in where he's in his own free environment in a sense. But there's also the idea to film it here. Like in one of the studios,
if we can get studio time at any point, get him I mean, we don't want to have to get him back more than once,
No.
really, because it might be quite a journey for him.
Yeah.
But we want to try and get him here if possible and get as much information and material out of him. But it helps that he's done this sort of thing before,
Yeah.
so it shouldn't take too many takes and stuff. Medway Council and stuff like that, we live here anyway, so we can go see them at any point.
Yeah.
You know, we're not too fussed about retakes, reshoots and stuff like that if we're in the same area as these guys. You know, we want to film on the streets of Chatham, Medway, maybe London if we can, but I know that things will be a little bit difficult there.
Yeah.
Crowds.
Well, we can always. Well, that's just down to research what we can and can't do.
Yeah.
So there shouldn't be too much of a problem. If it is a problem filming in London, you know, we'll just stick to Medway.
Yeah.
Okay.
It generally is more of a problem if you stick a tripod down.
Yeah.
It's always,
Oh, that's the thing actually. We've been hoping to film, you know, freehand.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you might do some more surreptitious filming because you will be stopped.
Yeah.
In London for sure. Probably even in Maidstone nowadays because I've got experience with the students. So you might need to clear some. Don't necessarily assume that if you want a nice steady shot, if you go
Yeah, sure.
out there, let you know that. Probably.
Yeah. Well, as long as we research, we have enough research on what
Film
we're doing.
London,
Yeah.
you know, you can contact them. They'll deal with location shoots. and
Local
stuff like
councils.
that. The
Yeah.
council also have a place. that
But
you
yeah,
can
we
contact.
was going to let the council know that we're going to be.
Yeah, just
filming.
as a courtesy thing.
Okay. Have you got more to say, or you?
No, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
I didn't know what No 2 Mob was. I've just googled it, so now I know.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Like I
Bit
could
like
come with
that,
that little explanation in there, but yeah, it's really obviously a hot topic at the moment. You're calling it corrupt parking law enforcement. What are you? Why are you calling it corrupt? Is it just because they're calling
It's-
it? No 2 Mob are calling
Yeah,
it corrupt.
it's kind of like their point of view. in a
Their
sense.
point of
That's
view,
quite
obviously,
because it's a listing pitch. It kind of like draw people in
Yeah.
if they say.
Yeah,
corrupt.
I wrote the listing pitch and I was choosing words that I would hope would get a reaction.
Maybe
from
need
people.
some of those in over
Yeah.
that. Then.
Yeah.
It's very subjective.
Yeah, because
Oh,
you
yeah,
might
sure.
have a legal problem calling Medway corrupt.
Yeah,
you know,
that's
if you
true,
don't, you know,
actually,
it,
yeah.
it's
You don't wanna
their
be
point
sued,
of
guys.
view.
Yeah, sure.
Obviously, you can have Medway on it saying we're not corrupt. We're, you know,
It's
protecting.
within the law.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
So
Like,
obviously
don't
you are going to
slant
get
them, yeah.
Medway on, aren't you, in response
Yeah.
for, about this. What sort of things do you think you're going to be filming in terms of? Are you going to be filming traffic wardens putting tickets on things? Is that the idea?
Yeah, and you know, just general, you know, people parking stuff like that. Like proper, just B-roll footage and
I
get
don't
some.
like that word. We've got to throw that away, guys. I don't know where you've got that from. It's not from me.
Yeah, it's well, yeah. What are you? Yeah, the question is, what are you actually filming in terms of you're trying to show parking problems? So, what do you envisage actually filming?
I'm not too sure actually,
Yeah.
because there'll be a whole thing of will people want to be filmed?
Yeah, you're
Because
obviously-
Gotta figure this
potentially
out.
breaking the law,
Yes.
and if they don't want it to appear on camera,
This is the
then
thing. This is
This is
the
what
joy
makes
of
it-
telly. Welcome.
makes it tricky.
Or you can set yourselves up, can't you, to park
Well,
there and see what the
yeah.
reaction is. and
You see,
film.
that was my question. We call them stunts in television, and what you do with a stunt when you've got a reporter, presenter, whatever you wish to call them, is that you do the thing that creates the drama, the thing, whatever the thing is. You kind of instigate it, and we see it through what happens to you.
okay.
Okay, so that is one way. Were you planning any stunts, or are you? Because you know, what's your purpose on screen?
Mine.
Yeah.
It's basically just to explain what's going on and explain what it is I want to find out.
See, if it's
So-
very personal, that can
yeah,
can
that
help.
quite well.
That actually, you know, that you are, you know, you're a driver, you're fed up of not being able to park, you know, like everyone else, and it's becoming increasingly difficult to do what you need to do, and you actually then become almost, you are a kind of character in the film, to be honest. But that is a particular way of doing it.
You would probably want advice because you're not calling Medway corrupt. No 2 Mob are. So what you need to find out from them is specifically what do they think is corrupt in the area that you are filming, and then you need to film that happening.
Okay.
Whether that's happening to members of the public
Mm.
or the stunt that you arrange.
Yeah.
I mean, is it a big money
Definitely.
spinner for the council?
Cash
Uh,
cows,
I
we
think
like
so.
to
Is
call
that,
them.
is, that, is that the kind of underlying current
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
Yeah.
times
That-
are hard, cutbacks at the
Yeah,
council?
it's an easy
Let's
one.
just get the easy
That's right.
motorist.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that they're finding. I mean, you know, they stand here with the signs and stuff. That's something
There
that
is
the
a sort
government
of,
could
is
have
it
done.
Motorist Alliance or something like that, are they called? That actually work on behalf
Yeah,
of the
do you know, Jeffrey
motorists.
Bloom's just taken over as their spokesperson.
That's
I
it.
think. The nutter from, not you.
That's the sort of thing you
Slags
need.
versus
That's what you
sluts,
need is the right people. And I think at the moment, I think you haven't quite grappled your story, is what I'm feeling. I think you're not quite sure where you're focusing and quite what you're saying and quite what we're going to see. So, besides the channel incident about what's on when, you need to sort that.
Yeah.
But also you need to decide, you've got to focus this baby because we could treat it in all sorts of ways. But we'll come on to the feedback later on, which I'm starting to do now inadvertently. Let's find another question. Okay, you've got access to the guy at the top. What are we going to see him doing? What can we see?
Is this your pictures of him, by the way? Or is this his? No.
What will he do for us other than talk?
It'll basically give us a more in-depth analysis of what they do. I mean, we can do all the research in the world,
Mm-hmm.
but it helps.
First hand's always better.
Yeah.
But can we see him doing something? What
That's
is he
something
doing?
We have to find out. We have to see if we can actually
Remember
go
that
out one
mantra:
day and
show me, don't tell me.
Yeah.
yeah.
Keep saying that to yourself. If
Yeah, if he's doing some sort of demo in a mask, that's what you want to film him doing. And I don't
Exactly.
quite see the point of bringing him into the studio, to be honest. Just a
Mm.
waste
Yeah.
of studio time and money. Just do him
you
on
want
the
him in
street,
situ.
doing what he does.
Much more.
Yeah,
Exciting.
actuality-led interview, out and about, saying this is the sort of thing
Yeah.
I'm fed up of. You know,
Mm.
5 minutes and someone's just got a ticket.
Yeah.
You know, they've got a baby or whatever. Do you know what I mean? You've
Yeah.
got to get them
Yeah.
up. Get us engaging with them because when they just talk about it, it's a bit
It's
like
a newspaper article
Yeah.
and you
Yeah.
switch
Yeah,
the
sure.
camera on.
yeah,
Yeah.
You need to film him doing what he does.
doing is good. So, what other any questions as well, folks?
No, I was just no. I think when I'm looking at the pictures, I thought it was quite interesting because at first I thought No 2 Mob is it the No 2 Mob is the mobile aspect of it, which is particularly.
Mm.
Is that what it means?
We had no idea because originally
Yeah,
we
'cause
thought
I
it was the
think
No
mob's a
2
bit of a-
movement. Mob's quite a strong word.
Yeah.
Word is a
mob's
strong.
a
It's a
bit
strong
fierce,
word, and I
If it
just
was
wondered
up to
to
me,
No
it
2
wouldn't-
Mob. I wasn't quite sure of the size of this movement really.
Yeah.
Whether is it just about the traffic or is there?
Mm.
Do they do other
Wider,
things? Is
yeah.
it wider?
Them themselves
Unfair
is just about the traffic, I think.
Is it just
But, I mean,
parking,
with the same
is it?
mask
So
as
it's
Anonymous.
dedicated
As
to
Anonymous.
fighting what
That's a
they
much
see as
bigger thing.
unfair parking tickets and charges.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Talking about treatment, you know, there's always a load of different ways to do a story, but it's almost like a war on two sides, isn't it?
Yeah.
You could ask the council if they'd let you go out with a parking
Yeah.
warden and see
We
what.
discussed this,
yeah.
didn't we? I was saying that for every hero, they're not
Yeah,
they are
exactly.
villain.
But there's a sort of a cat and mouse thing to it. It reminds me of sort of fox hunting sort of
Mm.
protest, where they've got these guys are the guys going and these are the guys protesting
Mm.
against
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So I think
That would be quite a visual way of doing it, wouldn't it, if you could get those?
Yeah. I mean, I was saying to you
you
about
might
how
just
a lot
have one
of the,
side. That's what I was worried that there's all.
Yeah.
Is there? It's just
that's
getting.
what we discussed. That
Yeah.
actually, for people who live somewhere where there's residents only parking, there's a damn good reason,
Yeah.
and it's because they struggle because everyone's using it on the way to the station or wherever else, and you've got streets and streets where people can't park outside their own houses because commuters dump their cars to avoid extremely high parking charges very often, or perhaps not enough parking. So parking's a big issue. Okay, is what we're honing in on here. That's what I think we need to get more answers to.
Definitely when people get hot on the collar about
It is.
isn't it?
That's why
It's
I
a
like
great
it.
topic. That's why I
actually.
think it's a great
Yeah,
topic.
it is great, but I think you need to decide the how and the what and the where a little bit more at this stage. But what other questions did I
Yeah,
have?
have a long chat with your guy
Yeah.
on the phone, or even go and see him as a recce, but don't, and then work out what he's got to say. I mean,
Yeah,
I work on Inside Out, and we quite often, our main characters, we will go and see in person rather than just have a
Definitely.
quick chat on the phone. Don't, bother taking the camera on that occasion, just to
Yeah.
work out a plan of action with
Yeah.
him. So
Right.
to go up to London, see him, spend half an hour with him, and work out what you can do and what you can see. And then you build up a relationship with him. The first day you see him isn't the day that you're filming. He
Yeah.
trusts you,
Yeah.
and knows who you are, and we're going to do this together, kind of thing.
yeah,
You
definitely.
just audio record
It's
it.
all about
So
yeah.
you can reflect on it and think
Yeah.
about it.
I think that's the all those initial calls. They're just for research. That's the way I would always introduce it. Just at this stage, just for research purposes. Then I suss them out. I haven't got to that lecture yet. We will be doing that. And then you kind of you don't commit until the last. You're sure. You can see if they potentially would be interested, but you never put them down on the yes boat until you're sure,
Yeah.
because they may not be giving you what your film needs, and then you've got to get out of it, which is a nightmare.
Yeah.
But we'll come to say, I just think, I want to know some more, guys. I feel I don't know enough at this stage. Maybe you come back with some more information as well, and we see you later. I don't know.
Okay.
But I like the story.
Yeah.
It's a good story.
Yeah. Okay, well done. Next lot are in is group 5.
But they need to sign, did you say? You
I put the thing out
Oh, yeah.
there.
I haven't got